Shannon Murphy, can you tell me, we're up at the CCC at the Warming Center. Can you give us a little bit of details as to why this is happening?
Yeah, so because of the extreme cold weather that we have moving in starting today and into the weekend, it's necessary for us to be able to open a place where people can get out of the cold and get warm. We do know that there is a shelter in town that's doing a great job of helping some of the most vulnerable people in Coburg, but that facility is only open from 8 o'clock at night till 8 in the morning, and so we recognize that during this cold snap, we do have individuals who need to seek refuge from the cold. And so we have opened the warming center here from 8 in the morning until 8 at night to fill that gap and ensure that nobody's left out in the cold during this weekend.
A lot of people have stepped forward very quickly. If you can talk a little bit about how things have sort of happened quickly, about people stepping forward to help out.
Absolutely. So when we got the alert yesterday that this weather was on the horizon, immediately the emergency control group got together, and through a bunch of different community partners from, of course, town staff, the staff here at the CCC, Coburg Police, have put together to be able to do coverage over the weekend with people here to help and to keep the room open. Our local transportation company, Century Transportation, they do busing here in the community all the time, but their hours didn't work with the center. And we recognize the CCC is a little ways from downtown. So over the weekend, anybody who needs to find warmth and come to the warming center can actually take the bus here. And Century Transportation is actually, out of the goodness of their heart, they've stepped up as a community partner, and they've actually donated the busing during that time for those individuals who need transportation.
Tell us the difference between, because people might get it confused, a warming center and a shelter, if you can.
So a warming center, I think sometimes there's an assumption that this would only be, for the homeless, and that is not necessarily the case. I mean, we have individuals on fixed incomes that, a cold snap like this, it could be very hard to, heat your home. Over the Christmas holidays, I actually, know of somebody who their furnace broke, and they were trying to warm their home with space heaters. If you work from home and your home's cold, you might need a place to come and be able to sit during the day and be warm. The center is a place where, by opening it, we have Wi-Fi here, we have plug-ins, of course the washrooms are open, and it just gives individuals who maybe don't have a place to get warm that opportunity.
And is there a level or a setting that's set by the municipality as to when these warming centers open?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the winter, it's minus 15 over a 24-hour period with the wind as well. There's that kind of combination of how cold it can be once that wind, and that's what we're seeing today. And it's forecasted to be much colder moving into this afternoon. No different though than in the summer. We also have a threshold in the summer to open cooling centers, and that's of course to just let people seek refuge from the heat.
So if people do need places for them for the weekend, just in case, it's obviously the last thing you want to see is somebody get hurt or somebody think that there is no place to go. There is this place, there is the CCC.
Correct. The last thing we want to see is anybody left out in the cold this weekend, and so it's here. And if somebody needs, doesn't have transportation, needs a ride through the Century Bus Company, we can get them here.